Well, PathMonk is the intelligent tool for website lead generation. With increasing online competition, over 98% of website visitors don't convert. The ability to successfully show your value proposition and support visitors in their buying journey separates you from the competition online. PathMonk qualifies and converts leads on your website by figuring out where they are in the buying journey and influencing them in key decision moments with relevant micro experiences like case studies, intro videos, and much more. Stay relevant to your visitors and increase conversions by 50%. Add PathMonk to your website in seconds. Let the AI do all the work and get access to 50% more qualified leads while you keep doing marketing and sales as usual. Check us on pathmonk.com. Welcome to today's episode. Let's talk about today's guest. We have Ariel from Home MDI Health. How you doing today, Ariel?
Good.
Great to have you on today's show. And interesting to know, and our listeners as well, they're tuning in to listen more about what MDI Health is all about. So can you tell us in your own words what it's all about?
Yeah, for sure. So today in the US healthcare system, one of kind of the silent epidemics is around suboptimized medication treatment. So when patients are prescribed drugs that don't work well for them because they interact badly with each other in that patient's health profile. So we developed an AI platform that can autonomously optimize drug treatment for patients and reduce costs of healthcare.
Well, that's great to hear, right? I mean, there's a lot. I believe there's a lot of patients out there that are, I mean, they have prescriptions, and if they're taking something wrong, definitely that's something to look into. And so that way our listeners could get a good understanding of MDI Health. What are some problems, key problems that you would say you would solve for patients in this case?
Yeah, so definitely health outcomes. So it's one of the top five leading causes of death in the US and costs around $500 billion every year in spend to the US healthcare system. So there's a huge opportunity to give patients better medication treatment to enhance clinical outcomes and reduce the cost of care. And so we actually partner at an enterprise level with health plans, health systems, and value-based providers to really empower them to better identify high-risk patients and give them the most optimized clinical treatment around medication.
All right, awesome. So then, who would you say is there a vertical that you guys like to go after or segment?
Within healthcare,
Yeah.
yeah, it's primarily those that are taking on financial risk in healthcare. So the health insurance companies, the doctor groups or hospital systems that have financial risk, because ultimately by us delivering better care, we're reducing the cost of care. And so they're benefiting from a financial perspective.
Definitely great. All right. And well, you being the VP of growth there for MDI Health, what would you say is a top client acquisition channel for you guys?
Yeah, definitely for us, it's B2B being more educational in the market versus a seller in the market. I would say probably the top is conferences, industry events.
Definitely. All right. Perfect. So I am here on the website, mdihealth.com. What role does the website play for client acquisition?
I think definitely is kind of the first touch point and your doorway for the company. And it really is that initial insight into who you are as an organization. I mean, being a kind of startup, we've probably invested less in in that than we should in terms of the brand side of things, but I think that it suits us in helping to get the message across.
All right, perfect. Now, is there anything that you've learned about what makes a great converting a website? Any tools, tips, methods, or approaches you can recommend?
Yeah, definitely being very concise on your value proposition, which I know is something, again, we probably could do better, but being very concise and conveying, okay, what is your value? Not having a million different tabs and links within the website, and trying to, keep it as simple as possible.
All right, perfect. Well, let's switch gears a little bit and talk about you as a leader, Ariel. And let's focus on you being the VP of growth. What are some key tasks you focus on your day-to-day work?
Yeah, so in my role, I'm responsible for essentially all the external facing parts of the company. So the sales, marketing, biz dev, etc. So my day consists primarily of sales enablement and kind of revenue generating motions.
All right, perfect. And with all the overwhelming content out there, where do you get, where do you get your information? Where do you grow and keep up to date with everything that's going on within marketing?
Yeah, that's a good question. Definitely there's a couple uh newsletters that I subscribe to that I like. I think finding just, two or three of those that are good. YouTube is always helpful when you need something. Honestly, we use HubSpot, and HubSpot puts out a lot of great content. So yeah, I would say those are the primary sources in terms of marketing focus.
All right, awesome, awesome. Well, let's switch gears a little bit and let's go into our rapid fire question rounds. So you ready for them, Mario?
Go for it.
Awesome. First off, what is the last book that you read?
Never split the difference.
Okay, interesting read. Now, what is one single thing that MDI Health is focused on at the moment the most?
Definitely scaling. So have our validation, show incredible outcomes. Now it's about scaling the market.
All right. Now, if there would be no boundaries in technology, what would be one thing that you want to have fixed for your role as a marketer today?
Yeah, so I would definitely saying making sure that we can qualify the leads faster and
Mhm.
fill the pipe with marketing and sales qualified leads better.
That would be awesome for any marketer, right? All right. Now, if there was one repetitive task that you could automate, what would that be?
Follow-up emails.
Definitely would agree. And lastly, well, Ariel, what is one piece of advice that you would give yourself if you were to restart your journey as a marketer today?
Um, Definitely focus more on being educational versus focusing on trying to sell your value proposition.
All right, perfect. Great advice there. Well, Ariel, thanks a lot for being on the show with us today. I do want to give you the last word. If someone forgets everything about the interview today, what is that one thing they should remember about your company?
AI medication management to reduce cost of care.
There you guys heard it. To our listeners, you can always visit them at mdihealth.com. Thank you so much for tuning in and looking forward to our next episode at Path Monk Presents. Thanks a lot, Ariel.
Thank you.